Trying to save money in 2024? Well, Alex and Brady from Mid-Minnesota Federal Credit Union stopped in today to chat with me about home insurance. If you're a home buyer or a home owner, you're going to want to watch this entire video to see how educational these guys are on home insurance. We talk about how important it is to cover your home. Maybe you're looking to get into Airbnb. These guys cover that also.
Hi, my name is Brady Hirsch. I'm an insurance agent with Mid-Minnesota Federal Credit Union. We are based out of Brainerd. I am housed out of the Detroit Lakes branch. I can cover anywhere in Minnesota, personal or commercial lines. I'd say West Central Minnesota is heavily where we're based, but we can cover any of your needs. My direct line would be 218-325-6537.
Hi, I'm Alex Getty, insurance agent with Mid-Minnesota Federal Credit Union. I have been an agent with the credit union for 3 years now, and I kind of service the entire, Brainerd Lakes area, the Detroit Lakes area, and as well as the Perham and Frazee areas as well. So if you have any interest in running some new quotes or getting a hold of me, you can always contact me at the office number, which is 218-828-1118, or you can find us online at mmfcu.org/insurance.
So the general housing market in the Lakes area has slowed down. We are starting to see home prices come back down and overpriced homes sit on the market. How does the housing market trends impact the home insurance rates now and in the future?
Well, I know the last few years with things, especially with home prices going up 20% year over year, a couple of years in a row, obviously with the rates go up as well with that. Obviously building costs as well have gone up substantially. With those coming down, that helps with replacement costs and whatnot, but premiums definitely have gone up a little bit, not as drastically as the home prices, but if your home goes from 300 to 500, that you have to cover it what it's worth at the very least. But
yeah, so I mean, it does affect the premiums because they do kind of correlate a little bit. The biggest thing is obviously if now your house is listed a bit higher, we have to make sure that your home insurance is meeting that same price to satisfy the bank's requirements. So they do correlate quite a bit, and you want to just make sure that obviously you're taking that into effect when home shopping too. So
in the Lakes area, we see a lot of lake properties come up for sale. I see new homes on the lake come up every single day. We are seeing an increase in these homes being turned into seasonal rentals. What is your experience with these type of homes, and do you see this trend affecting home insurance?
In the past, it used to be kind of a big deal and a no-no for most insurance companies. But now, everything's kind of changing and adapting with how the market and these rentals are kind of becoming more popular. So a lot of the home companies and carriers have adjusted their ways as well. So what they do is add a little bit of an endorsement to your policy that allows you to kind of provide a little bit of extra liability, and now they note that this is now a rental property and primarily used so. So as long as you're disclosing that information and putting it out there, letting everybody know, especially your insurance company, you've got plenty of options to find some carriers. So
many of my buyers are looking to purchase homes on some acres. These types of homes usually come with some additional outbuildings. Do you have any recommendations for these buyers on how they can insure each separate building?
yeah, with each individual building, there's a section that's called other structures that's included in every homeowner's policy. You can definitely increase limits on that to what you feel is necessary and proper for what you have. If a building's obviously, if it's as bad as it's necessarily falling over, they might have issues with that, or it's just like a lone wood where you can just exclude that. However, there's a lot of ways to endorse that or do add-ons with that sort of stuff.
especially if you have a larger outbuilding, say a pole barn or something that was say created to be like your man cave or something like that. You can add that specifically to the policy as well. So just kind of make sure you're taking note of what you want it covered for, and if you feel it's more, then just go ahead and talk about it with your agent, and they definitely can help.
Housing trends and designs seem to change every few years. Are there any upcoming changes or innovations in home insurance that you guys see?
I would say that home insurance industry as a whole is kind of pretty standard across the board. The biggest thing that we're seeing introduced now is a lot more technology being used, in the sense of they're using drones for home inspections, you know, maybe some satellite pictures. If you can't get a good view of the house, they'll kind of get a view of the property by using some satellite pictures with Google Images or something like that. So not a ton of changes, you know, industry wide. The biggest thing is just kind of an introduction of more technology, especially with like claims. They're using a lot more of the insured to upload some photos to, say, an app that a lot of the carriers now have, to get the process rolling a bit more versus waiting and going to an adjuster or getting an estimate at a repair shop. You can kind of take those photos yourself, submit them, and get the estimate actually going and the claim moving a lot faster. So I think just technology is kind of the biggest thing that we're seeing introduced into the insurance industry. But as far as coverages and everything, it's pretty standard still.